What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we have a special catfish scenario that I want to show you guys. You know, it's not just an average person getting finessed online. This dude actually thought that he was DMing a super famous singer. And yeah, the story only gets crazier from there. So make sure you keep watching until the end just to see how far this got. First though, let's hear from his wife and her side of the story, since she was the one that originally wrote in for them to both get help.
Well, Dean's wife, Shirley, is the one who wrote the show, Desperate for My Help. It wasn't Dean. It was his wife, Shirley. She says she feels like Dean is cheating on her with Miranda Lambert and says there is no room for the country singer in their marriage.
So yeah, this dude thinks that he's in a relationship with Miranda Lambert. For those who don't know, that's a super famous country star. I mean, I personally don't listen to much country, so I can't give much info on her music, but no matter the genre, I'm sorry, dog. Nobody that's making multi-millions a year and is a giant celebrity is just gonna be randomly DMing a fan and starting a relationship with them. That's where this guy went wrong originally, but it makes it even worse because he's married, and this poor guy's wife is just stuck in the middle of this imaginary love triangle, trying to get him out of this delusion, and she can't, so she called up Dr. Phil for help. Like, seriously, imagine marrying someone and then all of a sudden they think they're cheating on you with Ariana Grande or something. Like, there's no going back from that level of crazy.
He was inviting her over for dinner, and it's like, to our house? I'm your wife. Am I supposed to sit back and watch you two have dinner? But it's not gonna happen because she's not real.
This dude is the biggest moron of all time, dude. He's having this imaginary conversation with someone posing as Miranda Lambert because, once again, for all of my crazy viewers out there that might not realize this, if a celebrity is contacting you, that is 1000% a fake person impersonating them, and that is a scam, and we are not cool enough to warrant a conversation with that level of people, okay? We're just normies, and they're up in Hollywood doing whatever they want, Scientology and stuff, whatever. But yeah, he's busy DMing her all day while his wife is away, and he even invited her for dinner at his house. Imagine if that was real. Like, how weird of a scenario would that be? You know, you're cooking up dinner for you and your husband, and then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, and a country singing superstar just shows up out of nowhere to have dinner with you and steal your husband away. I mean, in this guy's head, that's probably what he thought was gonna go down, but that's just not gonna ever happen, dude. But I guess it's nice you invited this random scammer to your house.
And what was she gonna do while you two sat down and had dinner?
I don't know. She said she was going to go in the other room and watch TV, but...
Oh my god, dude, what a crazy fantasy world this guy lives in. I can't call it anything else because it's just pure fantasy. Like, how could you ever think that this was a possibility? He was just gonna have his wife chill in the other room watching TV while he had a romantic dinner with his favorite singer, you know, one-on-one. Someone put this guy in the loony bin, please, or something. Like, this cannot be happening. This guy is unstable.
I have been asked for bank accounts. By this one, I have marked real Miranda Lambert, yes.
So you think you're really in contact with the real Miranda Lambert?
Wow, this dude is committed. She even apparently asked for bank information from this guy, you know, getting all his accounts and all his money. Because when that superstar is not going platinum and doing sold-out tours across the country, she's really down on her luck, you know? And she needs Humpty Dumpty over here to send her a couple $1,000s to help her pay off the rent of her mansion. Doesn't she have a husband too? Like, what is this guy on? That is definitely the real Miranda Lambert, by the way. How could someone be so naive and just straight up delusional? It's kind of sad, but also, like, this guy put himself in this position, so I don't feel too bad. And I know I'm being kind of harsh on this guy for this one, but just wait until you hear what he does later on. You'll kind of see why I'm going in on him, alright? This is just weird to do at all. And, like, how could you for years be thinking that this is real when it is clearly not, dude? You are wasting all your money and your life and throwing away your marriage for this.
Why would she have been talking to you? Why you?
I don't know. I don't know the answer for that because there's so many other people out there, I'm sure they're scamming.
What is this logic, my guy? How could you sit here and say, I'm sure everyone else is getting contacted by her is getting scammed, but I know I'm the exception. I don't know what it is, but I'm for sure talking to the real Miranda Lambert. I'm telling you, Dr. Phil, we have a real intimate connection between the two of us, and we're meant to be together. I feel real bad for those other suckers that are getting scammed, though. That's a real shame.
You're gonna talk sense to me, because you're not confused about this. That's
baloney.
You know what you're doing. You know whether you're talking to the real Miranda Lambert or not.
Okay, Dr. Phil is straight up tilted at this dude, all right? Not sure if you noticed my little sneaky editing there to censor out his bad word usage. Come on, man, I'm trying to have this be monetized. But when Dr. Phil starts throwing around cuss words, you know you're on thin ice with him and wearing out his patience for sure. All that he wants to know is if this guy really believes that he's talking to the actual Miranda Lambert or if he believes it's a scam. And this guy keeps answering both, like, well, it's really her, but sometimes I think I'm getting scammed, I don't know. Like, make up your mind, dude. Are you super delusional and crazy, or just super delusional and stupid? Like, it's one or the other, all right?
I mean, there's some things that she says that makes me tend not to believe sometimes that I'm not talking to her.
You either believe it or not.
Okay. Yeah, I believe I'm talking to her.
We all know you're getting scanned, but what Dr. Phil and the rest of us want to know is if you are self-aware enough to realize it yourself. Or are you just so far gone into this delusion that you've pretty much been numb to the idea that you are being a pawn in some big scamming operation and giving away all your money to some fake person?
Do you think it bothers her to have somebody sending them a video?
I think it probably does, yeah.
That's stalking.
Yikes, bro. So that I didn't mention because one, it's not really a topic I want to bring up on this channel, and two, it's really twisted. But yeah, this dude legit made a very messed up video acting like he was basically gonna end his, his life because she would not meet up with him or talk to him. And this guy's wife didn't even know until they brought this up on Dr. Phil. But yeah, he made that video, faked it, and then sent it to her. And stuff like that is why I haven't really been going light on this dude. Like, usually when I'm talking about these people, I'm cautious about being just outright rude or judgmental to people that don't deserve it. But this is a straight up crazy person that we are watching today, and that is so not okay in every way possible. Like, the dude should really be put in a mental hospital for a little bit or something if he thinks that that's an okay thing to be doing, just to get her attention as well. I'm glad Dr. Phil is being really direct and straightforward with him though about this, because he needs to be told how insane that is and have that really get through to his skull.
And you know better.
I do know better, and that was never my intention to do it.
But you did.
I did.
Yeah, this guy claims he knows better, but I mean, you can play smart all you want, but when you act dumb, all that goes out the window, my guy. Look, how about you leave this whole thing alone and maybe just listen to her music and cry in private like the rest of her Psycho fans probably do. Like, all these extra steps you're doing just make you out to look like a crazy person, and it will get you in some serious trouble if you keep going. Hey, you guys made it pretty far into this video, so real quick, I'm gonna ask you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell in the next 5 seconds, and if you can do all of that, you will get your very own date with a celebrity. I mean, yeah, it's sketch that I'm not affiliated with any of these celebs in any way, nor do I have any way of proving I know them, but, you know, if this guy fell for it, maybe you will too. If you can't notice my sarcasm, I'm joking, but please just do that stuff because it helps out the channel a ton. Okay, back to the video.
And her security guy had called me up and told me that I can't be doing that. Those are federal offenses, and I could have spent 6 years in jail.
So thankfully, I don't think any of this creepy stuff ever got to Miranda herself, because according to this guy, he got caught trying to put something in her mailbox, and her security guy contacted him and told him that they would press charges if he kept doing it, and that it was basically a federal offense to be stalking her and trying to threaten her or talk to her. So after he heard that he could be spending upwards of 6 years in jail for all this, I think he got a little scared. But I mean, that just goes to show how crazy this dude is. Like, how could you go until getting threatened with jail time, and then that's the one thing that wakes you up? Like, none of this other crazy and stuff, including sending these scammers almost all of your life savings, made you stop and think to yourself, okay, maybe this obsession is a bit too strong. Like, that's insane that I have been doing all this. But nope, you waited until he got threatened with jail time.
Didn't know anything about the blue check mark at the time, so I didn't know. It wasn't shortly after, I think.
What you're talking about is a verified account.
To verify their account.
Yo, whether or not you know about blue checkmark, my guy, like, how is it not obvious when this account that's messaging you is probably only having like 30 followers or something? Like, how are people so oblivious to scams, especially in today's day and age? I don't care if you're a boomer or not, like, you need to be aware of this stuff and that it exists so that you don't fall into this trap that this guy had. But maybe, you know, he was just so hyped that he was just purely blinded by his love for Miranda Lambert and didn't realize what it was before it was too late. Actually, I can't even say that. Like, this moron still doesn't think he's being scammed. Maybe he just thought that she had an alt account for her real fans and that she wanted to message him from that account or something. I don't know. Dude, even Dr. Phil is just flabbergasted by this dude's stupidity at this point. Those bulging eyes say more than words ever could. It's that simple though. Unless you are actually in contact with a verified account, it is 1000% always going to be a scam, and that's that. You are an absolute moron if you think that it's not, and you probably deserve to have your funds drained if you give your bank account info to some random person posing as a celebrity. I get that you're old, my guy, but look, your wife is old too, and she even understands this, so you really got to get past this mental block in your head that's constantly telling you, well, it might still be her, because it's not, alright? Take the L, admit defeat, cut off all contact with this scammer, and maybe get some couples therapy or single therapy with yourself to help you with your relationship with your wife, because I'm honestly surprised that she's still with him at this point after all that he's done. All in all, this dude is pretty nuts, but it did make for a funny story, so let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.